away from music, you're an animal lover. You're a vegan. You've been vegan for 5 years now, is it something like that?
Yeah.
You obviously keep yourself very, very fit.
Well, it depends what I'm doing, but thank you.
I remember seeing again going back to your Facebook page, you went to see Def Leppard.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a bit of Phil Collen,
Yeah.
who's a 62-year-old, is he now? 62-year-old vegan, looking unbelievably good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Phil Collen is like when I was around the same time that I played with Bernie Tormey, I think I was about 12, 13. Girl, which was the band that Phil played in, they played. They played at this club, and Phil was one of the people that you would teach me stuff, sound checks.
Right.
And so on that particular day, he invited me into the dressing room, and he had his black Ibanez Destroyer was there, and he showed me how to play All Night Long by Rainbow.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to play chords not like a bar chord, you know, that you could make this little inversion, which was kind of like the foundation of all the Richie Blackmore riffs. And he goes, oh, there's a much easier way of doing that. And he showed me how to do that. He invited me onto the stage, and I got to play I was tiny, his black Ibanez through his Marshalls with his drummer. And so to me, this was another amazing moment. And I had loads of them. I had Dave Hill from Slade did the same thing. And, you know, about 5 or 6 different guitar players helped me that way. And then years later, I was playing bass in a band called Must, and we were supporting Def Leppard, and we went all around Britain. So I got to meet Phil again. I said, I actually met you when I was 12, 13. And I sort of thanked him, and I was a little bit feeling like a little kid again. You know, I've met lots of rock stars, but when Phil was like a hero to me at 12, 13. I used to learn all the girl songs and everything. And he's a vegan. And he looks incredible. He does martial arts. I could do martial arts as well. So we had a lot in common. But health, fitness, a big part of my life. I nearly killed myself with cocaine. There was a period of time where I was consuming massive amounts of cocaine when I was working with Courtney Love, and it was it was a very dark time, and I turned into someone very, very different.
Yeah.
You know, I was playing music I didn't like, and cocaine was turning me into a horrible person. And so I stopped all of it and just threw myself into health and fitness. So I went back into training martial arts. I was doing it all day, and then that got me into nutrition. And I'm a nutritionist for a living, and so it then became about how can I make myself as healthy as possible, and that's where all the dietary changes sort of happened.
Excellent. And obviously your day job funds your music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Funds all of it. You know, so my job is, I do lots of things, but nutritionist is one of them. Personal training is another. Martial art instructor is another. I go into companies and help them with all, their injuries and performance and stuff like that. And yeah, that money funds everything else.
And are you finding the balance is working at the moment, the work-music balance?
I mean, I would never say that I'm a balanced human being, and the thing that always suffers is my personal relationships.
Right.
Because music is everything, and if I do anything, it's all or nothing. So I'm as relentless in my work as I am with music, and so for me, life is juggling those two plates. So I generally get up in the morning, I do all my guitar practice, and then I'll do my training, and then I'll go to work, and then I come back home at night, and then I start on the songs. And it's that cycle. So I don't go out, I don't have a social life or anything like that. It's very much, that's my world.
Yeah, I mean, you get this perception of rock stars that they're out every night, living out on the town every night and having just an absolutely wild time. And it's just not like that these days, is it? It probably used to be.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I've ever gone out into a social environment. My whole life is geared around those things that I just talked about. It's either training, practicing, trying to get better, writing, recording. That's it. I don't really have any time in my life for anything other than that. Yeah.
I think it was around July last year, I was talking to Luke from the Struts, Luke Spiller, and they're amazing band. But they're now huge in America, not huge in America, but they're getting a massive name in America. They are also over here.
Yeah.
because they're a great band. One thing that he said, and it struck a chord with me, and he just said, "I lead a very boring life."
Yeah.
How do you lead a very boring life? And he said, I just don't go out. I don't do anything.
Yeah, there's not really. I mean, during the days of Skin, where you're out on tour, you know, there's a whole load of distract. You know, obviously there's girls everywhere, which is all fantastic and everything. But as the work that is required, it just doesn't really leave much time for anything else. And most people would find it very hard to compete with the level of attention that I give the other things. You know, that's always what's been the trouble. It was the reason my marriage broke down. It's just like, you know, I've been doing this since I was 10. It's all I want to do, you know, and it's kind of, you know, it's tough for people in relationships with musicians, you know, because they're fighting against their passion.
Yeah, the lucky ones stay together. Very, very lucky ones.
Yeah, very lucky.
You have to be lucky.
Yeah.
So I think we better leave it there because this room is absolutely freezing.
It is.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm sat here shivering away.
It is. I'm actually thinking about how, because my hands get cold very quickly, I've got to keep them constantly warm.